Hello, welcome to the weekend. Please kindly subscribe and share. Some legal academics claim that U.S. District Judge Aileen Cannon is being accused of botching the criminal case, which is classified, and allowing it to get out of hand in favor of former President Donald Trump's slow walk to election plan. Some have given up on Cannon's competence due to the prolonged legal proceedings surrounding his alleged stockpiling of multiple White House banker boxes with sensitive national information at his Mar-a-Lago club. Cannon is the presumed Republican contender for 45th president. Professor of Political Science and Legal Studies at Hamline University David Schultz told Salon that she had lost control of the trial. He feels that Cannon has been making bench decisions like a rookie so far. He said, "I think it's a rookie problem, or relative rookie problem, that she just does not have control over the courtroom, and Trump's taking advantage of it. She's held a bunch of hearings, she doesn't have clear orders, and she's all over the map." In fact, even though the judge Trump selected had two lengthy sessions with the prosecution and defense earlier this month, the court hasn't decided on a trial date. Meanwhile, a flurry of moves to dismiss the case remain unanswered. Disputes over secret material have been dragging on for months, and Trump's legal team's demands to reveal the identities of government witnesses seem to be going nowhere. David Aaron, a veteran national security prosecutor at the Justice Department, said to the Associated Press that the case seems to be proceeding less methodically and more slowly than previous cases involving classified material that he has seen. In an effort to prove Trump's guilt ahead of the 2024 election, Special Counsel Jack Smith and his team have been pressuring the court to schedule the case, citing the public's interest in receiving a verdict. They have also hinted at a mountain of evidence, including surveillance footage, court transcripts, and testimony from people close to the president. Jeffrey Schwartz, a former Florida judge and professor at Cooley Law School, told the AP that this case should be over already. Nothing about this case was particularly complicated. Neama Rahmani, a former federal prosecutor, was even more direct about the judge. "First and foremost, Judge Cannon is a lousy judge who has ruled poorly and consistently sided with Trump," the woman told Salon. She continued, saying, "Cannon has considered every ridiculous excuse made by Trump, all the way back to the search warrants that were carried out at Mar-a-Lago." Rahmani was making reference to Cannon's dubious selection of an impartial specialist to examine records that FBI agents had taken during their evacuation from Mar-a-Lago. Cannon was overturned by an appeals court, which stated that Cannon did not have the right to name the expert. Once more, Fani Willis replied to Rep. Jim Jordan's subpoena by criticizing the GOP-led House Judiciary Committee's probe of the Fulton County District Attorney's Office as politically motivated, raising the possibility of facing contempt of Congress charges. Jordan had already threatened to bring contempt of Congress proceedings against Willis for her ongoing refusal to cooperate with the probe. When it came to her office's use of federal monies provided by the U.S. Department of Justice, Jordan had subpoenaed Willis's records, but she had refused to provide them up. Jordan said Georgians should know where their federal tax dollars are going, and there could be consequences of contempt. Willis responded by calling Jordan's document requests irrational and stressing that her office's main responsibility was criminal prosecution. She made it clear that her office was working hard to produce the required data and was now in the process of providing them. Nevertheless, Willis persisted in her resolve to prosecute cases of electoral meddling, in spite of any attempts to thwart her efforts. In addition, she addressed the threats and insults sent at her and her employees, restating her commitment to carrying out her responsibility to the people of Fulton County. Jordan's subpoena came after a whistleblower claimed that the Willis administration had mishandled a DOJ grant. It is believed that the funding, meant for a juvenile advocacy organization, was misappropriated and utilized for unapproved costs. Amanda Timpson, a former employee of Willis, said that she was let go for bringing up issues with financial misconduct. After an appeals court granted a stay of judgment for Donald Trump's civil fraud lawsuit, New York Attorney General Letitia James said that the $464 million judgment still stands. After an appeals court granted a stay of judgment in the disgraced former president's civil fraud case, allowing him to deposit a lower bail of $100